Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3, where things are getting heated up, and things are getting going. And these kind of look like little mini Reapers. That's gonna just, let me just blind myself by staring at that. I know they said that the interface now for keyboards is pretty much digital, and like if you, a true nerd in this day and age apparently, has the, I mean usually I guess you use gloves to use these computers. With like the nanotech embedded in the glove so that it senses your fingers and everything. You can do whatever you want pretty much. But a true nerd gets them embedded in their hands so they don't have to have that sweaty glove feeling, I guess is what it said. In like Mass Effect 2, I think. But people. I just, ever since, you know, at one point in Mass Effect 2, when you realize just how empty the ship is without everybody there, it really makes you appreciate people being in your ship and just kind of making the noises. Well, let's see what's up with the Normandy. These are the tech labs. Oh, yep.
Commander, EDI just went offline.
What?
What do you mean offline?
I don't know. She's not responding, and I can't access the AI core diagnostics. You better get down to deck 3.
Why don't you get down? Okay, I guess you can't. Okay, I guess you can't, but I guess I should go figure it out.
Commander, comm systems.
Alright, I'm going. I'm going, everyone. Nope, don't panic. We'll figure this out. I actually do know what's gonna happen, but we'll see. I sort of found out on accident, but that's what happens when a game's been out for a long time and you don't play it. What? Okay. In the AI core? Just through the med bay, yeah? I hope Chakwas is okay. Chakwas.
Is everything okay?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
What do you think, dudes?
Automated systems have the fires contained. It should be safe.
Fire?
We'll follow your lead.
There's fire? Don't I get a mask? Reassign powers.
Joker, what's that sound?
Fire extinguishers, Commander. Could be an electrical fire or something.
Her core is on fire? That's not good.
I'm going in.
You guys with your fire extinguishers, you ready? Keep them at the hand. Because that's going to be really useful against something if it's going to hurt us. But you look really epic while you're doing that.
EDI, talk to me.
She's online again. She's rebooted herself.
Is there a particular topic you wish to discuss, Shepard?
Wow.
EDI,
Yes.
Ah.
you're in Dr. Eva's body.
Not all of me, but I have control of it. It was not a seamless transition.
Yeah, I guess it was plugged in so she could download and do diagnostics on it. But dang.
A transition? You blacked out on us for a while there.
Correct. When we brought this unit on board, I began a background process to search for its information on the Prothean device. This eventually triggered a trap. A backup power source and CPU activated, and the unit attempted physical confrontation.
Oh.
Fortunately, I was able to gain root access and repurpose it as I saw fit. During this process, it struggled. Thus the fire.
Wow. Wow. What she is talking about is a crap ton of like faster than light processing stuff that she's been doing. Like she speaks about it so casually, but it's like, the battle, like no wonder there was fire and the unit struggled. Like, oh, it was a self-aware AI. Oh my gosh, it was another one. And she is using that body to her advantage already.
EDI, you need to alert us about incidents like this.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done this alone.
It started to fight back.
Bringing the crew up to speed would have been counterproductive. All attempts to help would have been limited by reaction time.
That's true.
So if you're in there, Are you still in the ship?
I exist primarily within the ship. For optimal control, this unit should remain within Normandy's broadcast or tight beam range.
Are you planning to take that body somewhere?
Normandy's weaponry is not suited to every combat situation. This platform could provide limited fire ground.
Interesting the way she talks about
You
it.
mean you could come with us?
Correct. This body could accompany you to areas the Normandy cannot reach.
Interesting. This is going to be very interesting. I like that. But maybe we should test it in case there's another backup.
Before we do that, I need you to guarantee this mech doesn't have any more surprises in it. Run whatever tests you can, then we can talk about using it in combat situations.
One moment. I am running trials. Complete. I can send you a full report if you wish.
Oh boy.
However, my first step should be restoring functionality to the Normandy to reassure the crew that all is normal.
Just don't be surprised if the crew's a little wary of your new body. It was shooting
Your
at them a
new
little while
body.
ago.
An excellent point. I will take it to the bridge. Joker will also want to see it.
On that, we can agree.
Oh my gosh. I need to see Edie's entry.
The Enhanced Defense Intelligence, or EDI, serves as an information source and cyber warfare defense system on the rebuilt Normandy SR-2. The ship's crew can access EDI at any terminal or through radio contact.
It's so weird to have Edie as I mean, this is great because I just never thought that the little orb did her justice, but the body's kind of changed. She fixed it. It was scorched and stuff, so I think she must have repaired it somehow. And I think the edges, I think it's a little bit softer. Maybe I can't remember totally.
The genophage bioweapon was created to end the Krogan rebellions. The Turians fought
Could not
the
be
Krogan
stopped
to
through
a
conventional
standstill,
means.
but the sheer weight of Krogan numbers indicated they could not be
Okay.
stopped.
I just remembered, because of that, right? The genophage was used, a biological weapon was used against a force that could not be stopped, the Krogan, right? Same thing in War of the Worlds, which the War of the Worlds things, alien machines, look just like, very similar to the Reapers. And they said they couldn't use conventional ways to defeat the Krogan because of their overwhelming force. Is there some way we could, because they are sentient organic machines. Either that, or is there some sort of Geth virus we could use? Whatever virus that we shouldn't have erased that Geth virus, the rewriting one? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if that would have helped. I guess because that would be a way to control the Reapers, I guess, if that's what the Elusive Man wanted to do, but I really don't think we can control the Reapers because of their synthetic, they're synthesized with the organic stuff, but if we could put some sort of biotic virus, or not biotic, biological and technological virus, some sort of bomb thing. I don't know how Mass Effect 3 ends, and don't put spoilers in the comments or anything, but I mean, I know how it ends exactly, but I don't know how you get there. But oh man, I kind of hope that's the case. A small infiltrated team like us could take the atomic bomb. Okay, oh my gosh, they're dropping hints everywhere. I really hope this is it. Oh my gosh, this is really cool. Like you said, Commander or Admiral Hackett said, with the atomic bomb, they had two planes, two high class security planes that went out, fighter jets that went out and dropped 2 bombs on 2 cities and ended a war. With the Turians and the Solarians and the Genophage and the Krogan, I mean, the Turians just took the Solarians in and they introduced the Genophage through air and water supplies. That was super unconventional weapons. I mean, a big bad weapon is a conventional weapon, but maybe there's some way. Maybe the Prothean weapon does that. Maybe it sends out some sort of beam of a virus, organic and synthetic, that will take it down. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I hope that's it. If not, I'm going to be really sad if it's actually just a big bomb or something.
The Reaper weapon, nicknamed Black Star, is so advanced that Alliance scientists can only offer speculation about how it works. The gun appears to exploit an Element Zero core and mass effect fields to fire gravitational singularities, micro black holes that revert to their natural lethality when they impact a solid object. Researchers theorize that the blast tears apart the strong nuclear forces that hold the target's atoms together, resulting in a localized fusion reaction in light atoms and a localized fission reaction in heavy atoms. If that hypothesis is correct, the weapon alters nuclei, thus changing the...
Do I get to keep that weapon? The lack of adequately preserved archives presents a significant obstacle to research into the ancient Krogan history. Yeah, they're not too keen on that. I think they're more of an oral history, to be honest. Nevertheless, recent archaeological discoveries by WHO have shed new light on the topic, revealing society once rich with cultural, architectural, and artistic accomplishments, like the blood of their enemies. I love the Krogan, don't get me wrong, but they admit themselves that they are a certain sort of type of people. Newly discovered ruins reveal that the Krogan have particularly advanced understanding of structural and geotechnical engineering as compared to other cultures at similar stages of development. I know they weren't ready for space flight yet when this, the Solarians picked them up. Old Krogan architecture demonstrates seismic loading techniques that would have resist earthquakes and diffused the small-scale vibrations from vehicles in their sprawling cities. Oh! Curiously, however, Tuchanka has little natural tectonic activity, and some researchers believe the ancient Krogan were concerned with safe cohabitation with one of the planet's apex predators, Garrus, the mother of all thresher maws. Which we defeated one. Yo, yeah, I got the achievement for defeating the thresher maw. I don't know if that's really easy to get or if everybody gets it or not. After the Rachni War, the quick-breeding program expanded at the expense of their neighbors. Warlords leveraged their veteran soldiers to seize living space, while the council races were still grateful. Over centuries, the Krogan conquered world after world. There was always just one more needed. When the council finally demanded withdrawal from the Asari colony of Lucia, Krogan overlord Critic stormed off the citadel, daring the council to take the worlds back. But the council had taken precautions. The finest STG operators and Asari huntresses had been drafted into a covert observation force, the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Oh. Is that when the Spectres came into being? The Spectres opened the war with crippling strategic strikes. Krogan planets went dark as computer viruses flooded the extranet. Sabotage antimatter refineries disappeared in blue-white annihilation. Headquarters stations shattered into orbit-clogging debris, rammed by pre-placed suicide fighters. Still, it's only delayed the inevitable. The war would have been lost if not for the first contact with the Turians, who responded to Krogan threats with a prompt declaration of war. Being on the far side of Krogan space from the Council, the Turians advanced rapidly into lightly defended Krogan rear areas. The Krogan responded by dropping space stations and asteroids on Turian colonies. How do you do that? I wouldn't think that'd be a Krogan way to do things. I thought they were just like full, I mean that is pretty full frontal, but it's still kind of sneaky on the side, you know, like I assume they'd be more like, I'm gonna tear you apart with my hands type thing. 3 worlds were rendered completely uninhabitable. This was precisely the wrong approach to take with the Turians. Each is first and foremost a public servant willing to risk his life to protect his comrades. Rather than increasing in public war weariness, Krogan tactics stiffened Turian resolve. The arrival of Turian task forces saved many worlds from the warlords' marauding fleets, but it took development of the genophage bioweapon to end the war. There were decades of unrest afterwards. Rogue warlords and holdout groups of insurgents refused to surrender or disappeared into the frontier systems to become pirates. The Reaper War has been updated. Fall of... Gosh. Okay, we already read that. When Teatris fell, the Turians knew little about the Reapers except that they wanted to enrage the Turians. Staying calm, the Turians massed in force around Palavan, their homeworld fleet, Admiral Eric's Coronati, in what became known as the 15-minute plan, stationed only 2 carriers, Undaunted and Resolute, near the system's relay. When the Reaper fleet emerged, the carriers launched swarms of unmanned fighters and spy drones. These were quickly destroyed, but the drones transmitted vital data on the Reaper's effective range, fleet composition, and exact location. The Turians and their ships then deployed to defend the system in earnest. Knowing that the Reaper's weapons had a longer effective range than any of his own, Coronati made a short, daring FTL jump, landing his dreadnoughts in the middle of the Reaper fleet. Holy cow! The dreadnoughts then turned to line up their main guns on the Reapers, which also needed to turn to fire on the Turians. This ploy used the Reaper size against them because they could turn faster. The Turian dreadnoughts locked targets first, and their concentrated firepower downed several capital Reaper ships. Yikes. Good tactics, but the Reapers countered instantly. Their destroyers performed a jump of their own to the skies above Palaven. How did they... Oh, they weren't behind. So these were the capital ships. And then the destroyers came in, performed a jump of their own to the skies above Palaven, beginning orbital strikes on Turian. Oh, so they didn't jump to the fleet. They jumped to Palaven. The Turians, forced to defend the planet, found themselves in a pitched battle far from the relay, from which emerged a seemingly endless line of Reaper ships. After massive casualties, Coronati ordered a retreat. The Turians insist that Palaven is not lost. The battle has merely moved to the ground. Reaper transport troops have dumped hordes of husks to capture Palaven's inhabitants, but met with little success. Reaper capital ships are destroying city after city, but much of the Turian fleet is still operable, and the citizenry is heavily armed. The Turians refuse to be intimidated. Well, there's +1 for having, you know, allowing your citizens to carry guns around or be armed. There you go, NRA. Here's a good reason for you. And then an alien invasion or zombies. I don't think the husks can capture people, especially the human ones. They don't have any like cognitive abilities, let's say. I'm pretty dang sure. Oh, points. Do I have more points? Do we all? Oh, just me. I have 4. Oh, I didn't use the combat drone. I uploaded it and then I didn't even use it. Should I save for a little bit? How do you heavy melee? I still don't remember. Maybe there's a way to check. Decrease shield charge relay. Increase power damage. Blah, 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 blah. So I can keep increasing health and shields, or maybe I'll get this, and then I'll get this, unless... Also, that's both. Increase melee power damage and power damage. What exactly is power damage? I thought that was melee. Maybe it's once I keep going. It's like, whoa, like I'm on a Krogan Blood Rage or something. I don't use Cryoblast. I don't use it. Let's see what we can do. Upgrade turret with shock attack to stun enemies. Upgrade turret with armor-piercing ammo, giving it a 100% damage bonus against armor. Freeze, so we can stun them, and then use armor-piercing. Up to a close-range flamethrower! With long-range rockets that deal a ton of damage across a large radius. So that's a close-range flamethrower. Oh, that's gonna. Oh, I need to upgrade this. Okay, what am I gonna choose? Should I stun, or maybe I should keep the basics going? I mean, because otherwise these are gonna be. I mean, this awesome stuff is gonna be kind of useless if I don't. Because I mean, I've never actually seen it do anything, so I think it just gets destroyed pretty quick. And I guess this does increase the damage too, not just the shields. So, yeah, let's get that. Okay. What else is going on? Oh, let's see what we've got going on. Primarch has taken the intercept, including the rendezvous with the Solarian ship. Oh, and we are using the Normandy as a neutral ground for the summit. We are. Oh my gosh, we are having the summit on our ship. So is it just us and the Solarians and the Krogan? Really? I kind of want to do that. I don't know. I feel like that should happen while the Primarch is on my ship. You know, like I shouldn't just keep him waiting unless they all just kind of start to add up. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, let's go see what everybody's reactions to the new EDR is. So, everything seems to be fine.
Was that Edie who just walked by?
Yes, it was.
Oh, Joker is going to have a field day with that.
Everything okay down here, Doctor?
The Alliance team cleaned up and restocked, but it's still my old med bay. Feels like home.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
Again?
I guess a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great... I'm just going to run some Good.
Yay.
Good. Just keep up that positive outlook of
And
yours.
my scars.
That's it. You're the picture of health.
Jeez. Let's go.
I'll see you around, Doctor.
Take care, Shepard.
Thanks, Chakwas. Let's see. Anybody have anything interesting to say? Where's my mess dude? I'm glad I can go into the parts of the ship that I opened before, like, even though the crew people aren't here. Hello?
2 of our dreadnoughts have been lost in a matter of hours.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's her. She's an old friend of Urdnot Rex.
Let's just hope friendship still counts for something in this world.
You're darn tootin' it does.
I'm sure it will, sir.
Garrus. Didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
Something the Turians
We're
created.
gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. Lots of them. Sovereign didn't go down without a fight. I doubt 1,000 more of his friends will be
I love
anything
Garrus.
but.
He's awesome.
Still not convinced I should have left Palaven behind.
I know.
There was a boy back on Earth. Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the attack. Somehow I'm still alive. And he's not.
Being right about the Reapers has never felt much like a victory, has it?
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So, you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Amen.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless
This is
nights.
intense.
I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, a certain Turian friend of yours isn't sleeping any better, and he'd be more than happy to meet you at the bar and drink you under the table.
That's why I love Garrus.
Something else you want to talk about?
Oh, he's a good friend, more than anything else. Like, he's just... I had him command the second squad in Mass Effect 2, just because he's I mean, he's a leader, like, and he's a good man. Like, he's solid. He knows... I'm glad he seems a lot more at peace with himself. It's interesting how we've all progressed. Like, that's what they mentioned in this conversation, is kind of how we've progressed as characters and as people in the galaxy, in this world, like, and between ourselves. Like, so good. Let's see what he's got to say.
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long's it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old.
Yep.
Pretty soon, blind hope is all we'll have left. And I hate being blind.
See, he has such good lines. I know I didn't want to say they'll be okay, because who knows if they'll be okay, honestly. If they're in the middle of that big red spot he showed us.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus.
This is what
How
I
do you
asked him
rate our
last time,
chances?
too.
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in C-Sec. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
Yeah, but they're not going to give me what I need. Unless I do something for them.
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone.
Ah.
In this war, that's not going to happen.
Interesting, the cultural differences there. That's why I like this game. It just builds on itself. Like, the world is being built at every line we say, like they say.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After the Collector base, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
Wow.
He used to work for CSEC, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
Just the fact that Garrus came to him probably had to mean something, that this was a serious matter. I mean, Turians aren't ones to mess around.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy, meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them. And he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
That's about to say.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
Politics.
What'd you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
Software.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
Well, that 15-minute thing sure was... That was some beautiful piece of tactical, like, the tactical display. Like, at least on the reading. It was like... That was definitely something that Victus might have done. Whew. Yeah, hey, there's his name.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally.
We need somebody flexible.
And if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
Yikes.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of secession are you these days?
Yikes.
Let's not go
Ooh.
Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
there. Yeah, somebody who knows how to hold a hammer.
Yeah, that would be weird.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Darn right.
Wouldn't miss this fight for anything. Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
Yeah, let me just stand right in your personal space. Ooh. Oh, because I can change my stuff around. Anyway, I've been going for a little longer than I probably should. And I've also been summoned to go eat some food. So, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more from me, go ahead and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Throw the video a like if you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.